out at the old ball game. Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
There's the 1-2. Behind the right center field. There's a base hit. And that one gets away from Jazz. Another run is in. More bad defense from the Yankees. It's 7-0. Jazz couldn't handle the throw coming in from the outfield. And just like that, it is a 7-0 ball game. I just fucking take the whole team off the field, man. Take the whole team off the field. Take the whole team off the field. Take them all. Get them all fucking out of here. I'm so done. I can't even look at this anymore, man. I can't look at this shit anymore. This is pathetic. This is truly disgusting. This is disgusting.
Greetings, folks, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where tonight the Baltimore Orioles will be wrapping up a 3-game series against the Texas Rangers at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, the BirdWatcher here. And, yeah, we're here to try to win a series on the road. We've got a couple of series, 3 here in Texas, and then we have a day off tomorrow, and then we travel to Atlanta for the weekend. And, folks, you know, these Orioles are needing to go on a bit of a win streak here in time for the All-Star break. If we've got any hopes, whatever clinging hopes we have for some kind of a turnaround in the second half, we have to at least position ourselves to make it realistic. And for me, I think we got to get no more than 5 or 6 games under 500, or no less, I guess I should say. So we've got a lot of work to do with, I think, what is it now? 10 games to go. We need to go like 7-3. We need to go 7-3 for sure. 8-2 would be nice. Both are asking a lot. But hopefully we can at least put another win on the board tonight and make that possibility a little more, probable. 6-4 sounds a whole lot more manageable than 7-4, and that would be the case. No, we're down to 7-3. All right, so 6-3, I guess sounds easier than 7-3, which is what we'd be if we win tonight, right? We need to win. I think that's pretty much universally known. I'm hitting the refresh button on the sub count. What is this little thing blocking? What is that? There's the number. All right, now that's not up, and there it goes. I don't know what the deal is. But as you can see, folks, we are closing in on 3,000 subscribers. We have a chance to get there this weekend. We don't have to wait all the way till the All-Star break. So let's try and work on getting that sub count tonight, if nothing else, folks. Even though right now it doesn't look the way it should. Let me see what's going on. There's some kind of advertisement blocking it. Okay, well, let me go in there and see if I can knock that ad out of the way. Get out of the way, ad. Oh, is it this thing? I don't know. Let's see. Does that help? Refresh. No, that did absolutely nothing. All right. If it ain't one thing, folks. If it ain't one thing. We got to have a better looking sub count than this, folks. What in the world? What in the world? All right. What if I just grabbed a fresh link? Folks, we got Tomoyuki Sugano on the mound tonight facing Nathan Eovaldi. That's the pitching matchup. We'll go over the starting lineups here in just a sec. Thanks for your patience. Just trying to clean up the look of the sub count here. And, yeah, it's just a mess. Why does it have to cover it up halfway across that number like that? That is so annoying. I might have to go back to another place for a sub count, I guess. Let's see. Sub count live. Live counts at Orioles BirdWatcher. How you doing, folks? I'm working behind the scenes right now. Grab a drink, grab a snack. By the way, I have an announcement to make. No more special luckies on the stream, at least for the foreseeable future. The laws in Thailand have changed and have gone into effect today. That stuff is now no longer available just to purchase at a local store. You now need a medical certificate, which, just to let people know, I'm pretty confident that I'm pretty confident that I qualify for that. I have a nerve pain condition, and even when there was the announcement with the law change, it even listed nerve pain as one of the conditions that cannabis has a positive medical purpose for. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to continue to imbibe or whatever, but I'm not going to break any laws for it. We'll see how it works. But either way, not on camera anymore. If I do have a certificate, because I'm not going to sit here and risk getting into trouble on the air. Somebody might look at me and go, wait a minute, you're not allowed to do that. Well, I've got the proof right here, but am I in the mood to face some sort of authority figure and have to prove something? No, I'll just, if I'm able to do it legally, I'll do it off camera, and that's it. So no more special luckies on the game. I can't figure out. Okay, live subscriber count. Here it is. All right, here we go. 2950. All right, here we go. So it's actually 2950. Put that in there, over here. Hit that button. Now I've got to go in here and figure out where exactly this is. Stand by, folks. I know it's all very exciting. Oh, there's the number. This could work. One minor issue. It's kind of in white. Not exactly visually appealing, is it? Put that right there. I hit that, and okay, well, that's not exactly how I wanted it to go. Can I get that flush up here? And can I make it a little smaller? Something like that? No? Be nice to me. What's that look like? All right, I mean, that'll have to work. That'll just have to work. Folks, we'll get into the ball game here in a second. First pitch is about 5 minutes away. I promise I won't miss it. Just want to try and clean things up here. Put that there. Give it a little tug, and then hit that, and then, okay. We'll go with that. We are 50 subscribers away, folks. 50. And lately, we've been averaging somewhere in around 15 or so. So it's possible we can get this done by the weekend. But let's get down to business, folks. Some things to go over before the lineups. There has been a couple of roster moves, both of them involving pitchers. Matt Bowman was designated for assignment after his appearance in the game last night, where he went an inning and 2/3, gave up 4 runs. He's been DFA'd. Yenier Cano has been recalled. Also, Keegan Aiken is unfortunately the latest casualty on the disabled list. Aiken, where is the official list for that? But recalled, well, making his first Oriole appearance, a right-hander named Corbin Martin, relief pitcher that has had a little bit of major league success, has not pitched in the big since 2022. He came up with the Astros in 2019, I believe, and then pitched a couple of seasons in Arizona after not making an appearance in the COVID season 2020. But he's only got about 50 innings and change worth of major league pitching experience. Corbin Martin and Yenier Cano are now in the bullpen. Aiken is on the 15-day DL with left shoulder inflammation, and that is retroactive to yesterday. And again, Matt Bowman has been designated for assignment. He'll go through the waiver process. We'll see if he comes back to the AAA team or not. And folks, we got some good news, some really good news to cap things off for now, and that is the fact that Ryan O'Hearn has won the All-Star voting contest, folks. He is your starting DH in the All-Star game starting lineup, going up against the National League's DH, some guy by the name of Shohei Ohtani, I think. Congratulations to Ryan O'Hearn.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn. Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
Very happy for him. I've been saying this guy deserves it. Probably 1 week into May. As soon as the All-Star ballots went live, I'm like, all right, well, if I have to pick a guy, and this is my guy. Not only does he make the team, folks, he's starting. He got the votes. He's a popular figure. All right. Fantastic. All right, so this game's about to start. Holy cow, 1 minute. Starting lineups. God, that's me. Let's get this game up. No more special luckies for now. I should mention, folks, that laws in Thailand have a tendency to fluctuate and change and kind of go from one extreme to another before they eventually kind of settle into somewhere and some sort of a happy medium between two opposing sides on whatever issue it might be. This one being, of course, lovely cannabis. All right, the game is up. How you doing there, Charm City chat? You down with CCC? Who's down with CCC? Timothy's here. Ooh, that was petty, BW. Love it. Oh, opening up with the... I would never do anything to use the Yankees for petty purposes.
Stick a fork in the Yankees. They're done, baby. Stick a fork in them. That was...
Frank's here. He says, let's get this series. I agree. Queen Tanya, folks, please bow your heads. The Queen is here. Shantae is here. Rising Rhino. How you doing, buddy? You got a game on tonight? William, have you told your boyfriend, girlfriend it's okay to come to your residence because no one is home, and then they get there and they call you and say, I knocked on the door and no one answered, and you... Damn. I'll never know. Say, I know I said no one was ever home. Wow, William, that was a lot of effort, and I have no idea what you're driving at. I can't figure it out. I might have to read it again. Matt is here. Charles is here. Somebody help me out with that message. Timothy, I just got off screen and say you're eating breakfast and we'll smell what you're smoking. Oh, right. Yeah, look, folks, even if I do have a medical certificate, which, again, I feel like I'm probably going to be able to get, I'm just not going to do it on screen anymore. Because, again, why put myself in a position for somebody who maybe has ill will toward me to report me or something like that? Like, it's just not worth it. So you might think, oh, BW, you're just being paranoid. Well, I guess that's the weed talking. No, but really, folks, let's face it. I'm an on-air personality, however small it may be. I'm out there as a public figure, and I've got people that I see coming to my chat nearly on a nightly basis, here to antagonize me, here to sabotage the stream, are rooting on for my channel to not succeed. So I feel like any person like that who is petty enough to waste their time trying to mess with my channel would go out of their way to maybe try to do something like that and effectively, like, make my life a really hard time for no reason. It's just the nature of modern social media and, being in the public, I guess, sort of. I'm so far away. Am I really in the public? But I kind of am. So yeah, just, you got to be smart, folks. You just got to use some common sense. I enjoyed those times while they lasted because, I wasn't really trying to promote the activity or whatever, but, I'm calling a ball game. It's 3 hours. I like to chillax, and it does help my nerve pain. Trigeminal neuralgia, folks. Look it up. It's not only nerve pain, it's pretty universally considered the worst nerve pain of all nerve pain. And I've got it. It's fun. All right, the lineups, folks. The Orioles are about to hit, and I've totally screwed it up. Holliday's going to lead off, play second base. Laureano in right field will hit second. Gunnar Henderson at shortstop will bat third. Ryan O'Hearn, all-star starter at first base. Cleanup hitting. Gary Sanchez, the DH. We are going to use both our catchers in the lineup again tonight. I'm not really happy about it, but I'm at least happy to see Sanchez isn't doing the catching. He is DHing and batting fifth. Cowser will hit sixth in left field. Ramon Arias at third base will bat seventh. Mullins hitting eighth and center. And Jacob Stallings, the catcher, will bat ninth. First pitch of the ball game to Holiday, lined up the middle for a base hit. It's a one-pitch hit for Holiday, folks. You know how he do. We got a base runner. Perfect game and no hitter is over. 1 second into the ball game. All right, Jackson. He's got a big old grin on his face. Here comes Laureano, folks. That average now at 280. He's had a hell of a month of June, and we hope it keeps going in July here. He takes a called strike on the inside edge.
Ramon just threw a rock at me.
Nate Eovaldi making his first start off the disabled list. So I'm hoping, I'm not sure how long, to be honest, how long he was on that list. But if it was more than missing 2 or 3 starts, then you would assume he might be on some kind of a limited pitch count, which is good news because Eovaldi, when he's on, is pretty good. Maybe not Jacob deGrom level good, but I mean, he's a guy we were looking at as a potential free agent ad in the offseason. This pitch way high to Laureano. That's encouraging for us. Eovaldi really missed his spot on that one. I'll get the scoreboard up here for you folks in a moment. It's still not up yet. This pitch fouled away by Laureano. Where's the count? Okay, 1-2 the count. Unfortunately, they've got the pitch count all the way in the lower left part of my second screen, which is the one part of the screen that's kind of out of my view. Let me move this table over a little bit. That helps. Okay. 1-2 pitch is upstairs to Laureano. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Holiday at first base. And a line drive foul, third base side. Holiday, by the way, has 9 steals on the season, but he's been caught 7 times. It's not a good ratio. Two-two pitch. And that is right in there for strike 3. My goodness. I wonder what Laureano was looking for there. It was a straight fastball. It wasn't on the corner. Outer half of the plate, but that pitch was in the zone from the hand all the way to the catcher's glove. 1 out in the inning. Holiday still at first base, and that'll bring up Gunnar.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
First pitch strike on a heater at the bottom part of the zone. Gunnar at 277. He's up to 10 home runs now. 29 driven in. OPS just a little bit under 800. And this one is fouled straight back. 0-2 on Henderson. Okay, the scoreboard's up. Looks like you're looking at Laureano's. I don't know why lately it's so far behind with the information. I might have to start looking at something new for that. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Another heater, top of the zone, and Gunnar can't touch it. So Eovaldi gives up a hit on 1 pitch to Jackson to begin the ball game, but strikes out Laureano and Gunnar. Here comes Mr. All-Star.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
Let's see how O'Hearn's looking tonight after the news has come in. Folks, I love a story like Orion O'Hearn. This guy was just flat out released by the Royals at a time when that team wasn't very good at all. Swing and a miss. Pitch in the dirt on a splitter from Eovaldi. 1-1 the count. Now look at him. Starting the All-Star game. 295 average, 11 homers, and 30 driven in. That pitch catches the bottom of the zone, and it's 2 strikes on O'Hearn. Holiday has not even apparently sort of like done a phantom run for second. And this pitch is low. It's 2-2. What did I just say? What I'm trying to say is Jackson seems like has been told don't run because he's been on base since the first pitch of the ball game. He's had a lot of chances to go, and he hasn't even like faked to go once. 2-2 pitch, and O'Hearn will foul it back. So Charm City Entertainment is Birdland. Birdland is Charm City. How you doing, Charm City? You're still Birdland on the Discord. It might take me a minute to figure everything out, but I think I got you right. 2-2 the count on O'Hearn. Hit on the ground to second. Simeon over to first, and the inning is over. Holiday on base after 1 pitch and never gets farther than first base. We go to the bottom of the first. Orioles nothing, and the Rangers coming up. Here is the Rangers starting lineup. Leading off at first base, Josh Smith. Corey Seager will bat second and play at shortstop. Marcus Simeon just made the final out in the field. He'll hit third and play second base. Adolis Garcia in right field, the cleanup hitter. Alejandro Osuna, who hit his first major league home run last night, he'll bat fifth and play in center. Jonah Heim, switch hitting catcher behind the plate tonight. He will bat sixth. Jake Berger gets a start at DH, hitting 7th, and Billy McKinney in left field, hitting 8th. Ezekiel Duran at third base will bat 9th. Let me see the last time Eovaldi pitched. Well, he must have not been hurt for long because he's already made 13 starts on the season. Yeah, he was, well, interesting. The last 3 appearances Eovaldi has made have all been, the last 2 have all been very short. 2 innings against the Blue Jays and then 3 where he got lit up against the Mariners. That was on June 28th. Well, wait a minute. But we faced them. I don't get it. Okay, so between May 28th and June 28th, there you go. That's the gap. He was out for a month, so he has made an appearance. He's made 1 start since coming back, and it did not go well. He only went 3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 walks, 3 earned runs, and a loss to the Mariners. All right, folks, Tomoyuki Sugano on the mound, and he's ready to go. First pitch is lined, base hit in the right field for Josh Smith. Both teams jumping on the first pitch of the ball game for a hit. Holiday for us, and Smith for now the Rangers. Eovaldi able to work around the leadoff hit, or we got to hope Sugano can do the same. I got to change the Discord. I only changed it because I was getting confused in here. People were saying hi, Birdland. That ball's hit deep to center field, but Mullins will have room on the warning track, 400 feet away from home plate. Corey Seager flies out. Good grief. Sugano has been giving up a lot of home runs lately, and he nearly did here. Had Seager just gone left or right, he had the distance for a home run, but he went straight. First out. Here is Simeon now. And he goes after the first pitch. This one's hit out toward right field. Laureano toward the gap will make the catch. So 3 batters, and everybody has put the ball in play on 1 pitch. The Rangers apparently are in the mood to be more aggressive than we typically are at the plate. Here's Adolis Garcia, 2 down with a runner at first. And all that on 3 pitches. There's the first pitch not put into play. It's in the dirt for ball 1. I mean, it's still showing Gunnar Henderson at the plate up here. Yeah, this has got to change. All right, so this is the Yahoo. Let me try the ESPN. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Why is it so far behind? Yahoo, I use you because you're slow, but that's way too slow. 1-1 the count now on Garcia. Stand by while I work on this. Swing and a miss. A big cut by Garcia. What am I looking at here? Oh, here we go. The 1-2 from Sugano to Garcia. Foul back. Still 1-2. All right, we'll try this. How far ahead is this thing? And it's taking up a whole lot of screen, isn't it? Pitch in the dirt. The count now 2-2. There goes the runner down, and it's thrown into the outfield by Stallings. Smith will make it to third base. We've got Stallings in here for his defensive acumen. And the first real play, we needed him to do something, a bad throw on the second base side of the second base bag into the outfield. Luckily, there's 2 outs, so just get Garcia out and we can forget about this. Check swing, and then the appeal is no swing, full count. Full count. Okay, so there's the wild pitch. That's just now being posted. So this looks to be a little more. It's not spoiling anything yet, right? The info screen here. I might make it a little bit smaller. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. Stallings will tag Garcia to complete the out. Folks, Sugano, shaky, but not stirred.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
And you're telling me between innings, that screen just goes all black? All right, well, I guess between innings, we'll be hanging out over here. How you doing, everybody? No score after 1 inning here in this final game in Arlington, Texas, folks. We get a day off tomorrow. Yay! And I think I'm going to probably chop off the beard. I'm sorry. I don't know if Miss Janet Hill is here, but surely that'll make her happy. The dimples will make a return, but it's just getting too uncomfortable. And that's all it takes, folks. I like a nice beard, but it gets to the point where either you have to manicure it or it gets uncomfortable, and then I'm like, just get rid of it, just get rid of it. So day off tomorrow, that's the plan. I got to do some big errands tomorrow. Wish me luck because I got to get a lot done tomorrow. I'm only about a month and 2 weeks away from having to make another visa run to Cambodia and hope that I can arrange travel in such a way where I don't miss a ball game. I figured out a way to do it last season. Luckily, the Orioles were playing out west against the Dodgers, and we had a Monday off before the Tuesday night game, and that's when I went. We basically had about 48 hours off. But this time around, I might not be so lucky, but I'm hoping. I'm going to try whatever I can, even if I have to lose a few days off of my visa and basically pay out of pocket in order to keep the streak alive, I'll do it. Here's Gary Sanchez, folks. First pitch swinging. And he fouls one back for strike 1. Sanchez is hitting .259. We're loving what he's doing at the plate lately, folks. He's averaging about an RBI game for the last few weeks. It's just, please don't let him catch. That's all. Here's a ground ball hit slowly, backhanded by Simeon on the shortstop side of the base. And with Sanchez's speed, Simeon able to move away that far, throw across his body, and still get Sanchez by plenty. And yes, folks, I don't know if this sub count I got up right now is going to update live or not. It still says 2950. I got a feeling it won't, but I'm going to bring up the other sub count, the live count. Because, yeah, in the next few games, I'm looking forward to hitting 3,000, folks. It's been a while since a huge 000 milestone. And it's been a grind to get to 3,000. Colton Cowser's at the plate, folks. Get those cows up. Cowser's been hitting pretty well lately, too. He was around the Mendoza line, now up to 232. Here's a breaking ball left off the plate outside. 2-1 on the Milkman. Yep, no new subs yet tonight. So 2950 is correct. Folks, if you're watching right now and you're not subscribed, you want to do me a favor, subscribe. And let's see if this number changes. If you really don't want to stay subscribed, you can unsub if you want after we try a little test. But come on, sub it up. 2-2 on Cowser. 1 out, nobody on in the top of the second. Oh, we can get the scoreboard back up. That's off the plate. Full count, folks. Your first bugle of the night. Just going to make that a little bit smaller. That's a called strike 3 to Cowser on the outside corner at the knees. Cowser down looking. And that'll bring up Ramon Urias. I mean, to be fair, the ESPN interface for balls and strikes and at-bat information is much better than Yahoo's. Got a little more going on. I just don't want it to spoil anything. But we've got our first strike on Urias, like it says on the screen. And here comes the second pitch. Fouled at the plate. So let's see. Right there. Boom. Look at that. It's actually right on the money. I said fouled at the plate, and it popped right up. So this looks good. What doesn't look good is that the Orioles have 2 out, nobody on base, and an 0-2 count. That's not a good recipe for a rally. And this pitch is a curve ball off the plate outside to make it 1-2 on Urias.
I have a brother.
Sugano is pitching tonight, Slater. Welcome in. I'd like to keep it. Again, to me, what matters most is just the timing of the interface. It has to be a good timing. It's 2-2 now on Urias. But yeah, no doubt, it's a better, just more visually appealing and more information on the screen there with the ESPN page. Pitch in the dirt, and the count has run full on Urias. Wasn't he behind 0-2? Come on, Ramon. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Urias strikes out. 4 strikeouts already. This is not encouraging. I mean, Holiday, he couldn't strike out. He swung at the first pitch and put it into play, but since then, we have sent 6 men to the plate, and 4 of them have struck out. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. Who doesn't love a hot zone? Am I right, folks?
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
Yes, Ryan O'Hearn has made the All-Star team. He has been voted in. Popularity contest. You know who really surprised me? Not so much that he doesn't deserve it, but just what a turnaround. Javier Baez is a starting All-Star for the Detroit Tigers after the last, 3 full seasons where he was basically looked at as a contract disaster, a guy that, was it not for his bloated contract? The Tigers might have even considered just flat out cutting at some point. Well, they stuck around with him, and he's had a renaissance season. And there he is starting the All-Star game, Javier Baez. What's pinker, my face or my shirt? How bad am I looking? How pink am I looking? This is a red shirt. I guess it's just the... I've got my Neutral Milk Hotel shirt on. Oh, now you don't want that, do you? Now I look like I'm in a morgue. Is that better? You want me to have no color in my face? You want me to look like a ghoul? Well, here you go. We'll go with this. Here is Osuna, Alejandro Osuna, leading it off for the Rangers. First pitch is ball 1. Next pitch is ball 2. Low. Neither pitch all that close. Come on, Sugano. There's a called strike. Fastball at the top of the zone. I look great? I got terrible posture. Look at my shoulders. Look how I sit with my shoulders like up here like this. I'm terrible. Here's a ground ball to short. Gunner over to first in time. And Osuna was really hustling down the line, even looking at the ump to go, might have I beaten that out maybe? No, you didn't beat it out. But nice hustle anyway, sir. Take a seat. You're done. One away. Jonah Heim coming up. This pitch bounces in for ball 1. Heim at a .222 average, 8 homers, 23 driven in. 6 of his last 12 hits have been for extra bases. So the average may be low, but the hits he's getting are typically pretty big hits. Soren, there is no time for a special lucky from this day and for the foreseeable future. There's a called strike, 2-1 the count. I don't want to have to go through the entire full explanation again, folks, but starting today, no more special luckies on camera. No more special luckies, period. Swing and a miss. Count even up at 2-2 on Heim. 1 out, nobody on. Soren can't believe it. Hey, look, when I moved out here, it wasn't legal for the first six and a half years I was living here. And still a great place to be. So if we go back to the way it used to be, I'll be okay. There's a called strike 3 to Jonah Heim. Sugano.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
So, folks, if you see me drinking more coffee and caffeine than usual and inhaling more nicotine than usual, it's probably just to make up for the fact that that's pretty much the only stimulants that I have to get me through a ball game. Here's Jake Berger. There's a strike. A sweeper from Sugano. 220 average for Berger. And he looks like he's eaten a few of them. There's a strike. 1-2. That's right, folks. It looks like Charm City Chat understands how BW is going to work around these things. But again, whatever I do, it'll all be legal because I am a guest in another country and I like to follow their laws. Here's a fly ball out to right field. It's relatively deep, but Laureano has got room in right center field in this ballpark. There's about a 20-foot section of the wall that just indents and pushes out even farther. They make you have to really hit one out here toward the gap. And that was the area of the park that ball was hit. So lots of room for Laureano to take care of the final out. We go now to the 3rd inning, no score. Oh, good. I don't have to go to the other screen. That's what you should be seeing between innings. You see who's coming up next. You can see the defense for the other team. Your boy went rogue on you, Ryan. I mean, if you're going to tell me that, you're going to have to fill in a little bit of detail. I mean, that's very vague. Ryan, you should get a job reporting injuries for the Orioles because your ability to be vague would be perfect for the Orioles marketing team or injury report team. Holiday is going to have to get in as a selection by who's the American. I guess it's Aaron Boone because the Yankees won the last pennant. So whoever's managing the All-Star game, they get to choose the rest of the roster themselves. And basically they have one rule they have to follow, which is just make sure that you get at least one player from every team in your league. And sometimes in doing that, that'll kind of bump some guys out of the equation that kind of deserve a spot. It kind of happened in Jordan Westburg last year, even though he did eventually make it into the game because of an injury. But yeah, Holiday still can make the team, but it'll be up to Aaron Boone, of all people, to sign off on that. But we got one for sure, which, there's a lot of teams that don't have one, right? And the Tigers have a few. Here's a ball hit deep by Mullins, but it's going to hook foul into the right field corner. I don't want this interview right now. I'm watching a Rangers broadcast.
Well said, now you know what to do.
Cut away from this guy talking. I want to watch baseball, please. At least give me a picture-in-picture. Hello. There's no way I haven't missed a pitch. Here's the picture-in-picture, which, by the way, the screen is 70% background with two tiny... Can you not figure out a way to make these screens larger? I'm ready to lose my mind. Come on, Sed. I'd love to call this for you, but I can barely see. That looks outside to Sed. I think the count now is either 1-1 or 2-1. I think it's 2-1. 2-1. Swung on and missed. 2-2. Great interview. I'll never forget it. 2-2 pitch to Sed is upstairs for ball 3. Folks, leadoff man at the plate. He's got speed and he's got a full count. This one's popped up and out of play. We'll do it again. Look, folks, I'll have a regular Lucky here with you right now, if that'll make everybody happy. Another extended at-bat from Mullins. Full count. Leading off the top of the third. The pitch. Low for ball 4. A great at-bat from Mullins against Eovaldi, who's been sharp so far tonight. Great eye from Sed.
Well said, now you know what to do.
All right, take your base.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
All right, hold on, you bunch of animals. Bunch of barbarians. Here's Jacob Stallings. I mean, do I even need to explain? I mean, Stallings is basically like having a pitcher up at the plate, folks. Like, should we not be trying to manufacture a run? Mullins with speed on at first. A guy that you probably just want to get him to move the runner over, don't you? Instead, a ground ball to third. Routine double play. What the hell are you doing? Mullins works a great walk. For what? For what? Again, what did you expect from Stallings? Why can he not understand that he's going to help the team by moving set up or at least get set in motion? Something. Nothing. I could have told you that was going to happen if... Oh, God. We're now fourth in the baseball and hitting into double plays, by the way. Swing and a miss by Holiday. He's at a 1-1 count. God, that pissed me off. Low and in. 2-1 the count. Folks, I don't really want to go over what I went over in my Discord earlier, but I got a lot of reasons to be unhappy right now, but I'm trying to keep the spirits up and at least try to get this series win tonight. Holiday with a swing and a miss. The count is 2-2. So perhaps I'll just bite my tongue until, it seems more appropriate. Two-two pitch, hit on the ground, backhanded by Seager, and he will not get Holiday. Holiday will beat it out for an infield hit. It was a close play. Seager and the third baseman Duran right on top of each other, kind of in each other's way because of the shift. But Holiday has been ruled safe. Let's take a look at this replay. The ball, the foot. Oh, he's out. He's out. If they challenge, and they are challenging, Holiday will be called out. He's out. Let me just go ahead and break it to you now, folks, so you don't have any unnecessary hope. Yeah, right. Would have been perfect. You move up said. Officially, challenge is won by Texas. Call overturned. Holiday is out. And the inning is over. Oh, Soren. Come on. Oh, let's not make the whole season... What are we all here for with that kind of a... Like, I came up with a phrase. What was the phrase for this season? Oh, yeah, the 2025 Orioles, where our hitters pitch and our pitchers hit. That's what we do. As a sequel to Unnecessary Roughness, the football movie from like 30 years ago. "23 players on the injured list." I know. It's maddening. At some point, you got to... And again, folks, go on my Discord. Ms. Janet, who doesn't appear to be here right now, she posted a pretty interesting essay, I guess you'd call it, on the current head trainer and conditioning staff. Who we used to have, what our ranking was in terms of injuries amongst other teams in the league before this guy, and then how it's been since he's come here. And there does seem to be a bit of a correlation. I actually don't know the guy's name off the top of my head, but again, when you've got more injuries than anybody else, and some of them just seem to come out of nowhere or reoccur, you got to start asking some questions. Why are we the worst at this? Here is McKinney leading off the bottom of the third. Check swing, and he fouls one off to make it 0-1. 250 average for McKinney. 6 homers. Oh, this is his minor league numbers. Never mind. .250 is his major league average. Here's a backdoor curveball, but it doesn't quite catch the outside corner. It's a ball. 1-1. Grounded at the plate foul. 1-2 on McKinney. We control the horizontal. We control the vertical. You are now entering the outer limits. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt or close to it. 2-2 the count. Sugano and his daddy pants. Yeah, let's take a good look. Let's take a gander. How are we looking tonight, Tomo? Well, from the reverse, yeah, we still, I don't know. It's hard to tell. Here's a ground ball foul on the first base side, and the ball girl is asking Laureano to please go get that ball for me. It's way too far for me to go. Laureano obliges because he's a class act. 2-2 on McKinney. This one's hit in the air on the third base side. A look from Arias, but it's out of reach, bouncing up against the camera well, or maybe part of that dugout seated area for all the well-to-do people. I'm sure most of these people are here through some kind of a work thing or whatever every night. Some corporate party, some office party. Hey, there's Dwight Schrute right over there. This pitch is fouled off. It's 2-2. What's this? Ramon versus Astros coach. You're talking about Laureano? 2-2 pitch. Inside, full count. All right, I'll look it up. It doesn't ring a bell, so I don't think I know what you're talking about, and you've piqued my curiosity. I'll take a look. Payoff pitch. And nowhere close, ball 4. Lead-off walk, not what you want to do. A lot of pitches to issue a walk to the leadoff man. Number 9 batter, Ezekiel Duran, coming up. McKinney, I don't know whether or not he's a steal threat, but the Rangers are running all over us, so. Bunt attempt, and it's popped up and caught by Stallings right there in front of him. Not a good bunt. That was a free out. That's as free of an out. Thank you. The Rangers want to play this inning with only 2 outs to work with because they just gave that to us. All right. 1 down with the runner at first. And back to the top of the order for the Rangers, Josh Smith, who had that hit on the first pitch he saw in the first. He now takes, and that was borderline. We don't get the call. Ball 1. Sugano, another pitch in the dirt, but Stallings, you can immediately see, here's a guy that knows how to keep a ball from getting away and allowing a runner to advance. Nice block there. 2-0 the count. Swung on, line drive, base hit in the right. Lead runner stops at second base. Still nobody out. There is an out. The easy out. How can I forget the easy out? So how big is that easy out now? After this base hit, first and second, one away. And now the big bats are coming up. Corey Seager flew out deep his first time up. We need a ball on the ground here. Preferably not hit 95 miles an hour or harder. All right, here we go. Tough spot. First pitch over the plate, but low for ball one. Coffee's already cold. It's only the top of the third. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Man, Seager was really looking to do damage on that swing, but Sugano gets it by him. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Rangers are 9 for 35 with runners in scoring position. That's just over 250. Here's a ground ball to first, and O'Hearn can see he only has 1 play. He will take it to the bag unassisted after looking at second to possibly get an out there. Probably a wise decision, but we're still in a very tough spot because you got to get Marcus Semien to not get a hit. It would score 2 now with the runners at second and third. Semien is 0 for 1. First pitch. Going after it and drills it to left. Stay in the yard. It's gone. Sugano he's not fooling anybody. This home run ball stuff is just out of hand at this point. 3-0 Texas. Look at that. Breaking ball right over God, that is so bad, Sugano. That is so bad, dude. On the first pitch of the at-bat, when you've already seen that they've been aggressive, that was... And here's a line drive in the left on another first pitch. Line drive, base hit for Garcia on a first pitch. Maybe it's this pitching every 5 days things for Sugano. Maybe it was something he could handle for a couple of months, but this is a veteran pitcher that had spent his career in a 6-man rotation, pitching every 6th day. I wonder if that has something to do with it, because his stuff just ain't there. It's not there. And here goes Garcia to try to steal a base, and we got him. We finally nail a runner. Jacob Stallings shows why he can actually help out the defense. A strike to second base to nail Garcia to end the inning. Unfortunately, we are down 3 runs after 1 swing and are behind the 8 ball here. That is 3 innings in the books. 3-0 Texas. Can I go back and look at Sugano's recent starts and check out some of these home run ball numbers? Because they are not good. So last time out against Tampa, that was the game that they won 22-8. He went 5 innings, gave up 9 hits, 7 runs. Oh, we won it 22-8. He actually won this game. Sugano's last start, 5 innings, 9 hits, a walk, 3 home runs, only struck out 2. Start before that, he gave up a homer. Start before that, he gave up a homer. Start before that, he did not, but he only went 4 1/3. In fact, in the 4 previous starts before tonight, 5 innings is the most he has gone. And again, that was a game he gave up 7 runs to get there. 3 2/3 the previous start, 4 2/3 the previous start, 4 1/3 the previous start. Home run balls now in all but one of his past 6 starts. And, yeah, not good. He's now at 18 home runs on 16 starts in the season, so that's only averages about 1, but, again, more of them have been coming lately. So it's a little bit discouraging. Or it's a whole lot discouraging. Up to you how to feel. I don't know. How do you feel? I feel like we need to respond. Ramon Laureano is up, and the first pitch to him is a strike. Come on, Ramon.
Ramon just threw a rock at me.
Ground ball to first. Flip to the pitcher. Eovaldi. 1 away. What's his ERA right now? Live ERA for Sugano? I'm sure it's probably in the upper 5s. No, it's only 4 1/4. Jeez, maybe I have been a little rough on the guy. It's 4 1/4, which is still like a run less than a couple of guys in this rotation, but you just wonder if the way he's been pitching lately, is it something that he can get back on track, or is this kind of what we're going to get for the rest of the season? I'm a little worried. Swing and a miss by Gunnar on a pitch in the dirt. The count is 0-2.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
Patrick makes another point. You know, the more Sugano has made the rounds and given opposing teams, something to look at as a scouting report, that can play a factor. Gunnar with a check swing, foul ball at the plate. Or did they call that a ball and he didn't hit his bat? All right, never mind. 1 ball, 2 strikes? I'm not sure. Scoreboard was behind by 2 pitches. It's 1-2, though, on Gunnar with 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a foul behind the plate. Yeah, I thought it was higher than that too. But I thought it was higher than that the last time I checked. I thought it was 5, but he was in the 3s, but now he's 4 1/4. Swing and a miss by Gunnar. 2 down. So that was a foul ball earlier. So Stallings has thrown out a base runner, but he's also made an error, and he's also grounded into a double play in the first 3 innings of the game. Here's Ryan O'Hearn up for the second time. First pitch is ball 1. Swing and a miss on the next one. Line drive. Stay fair. That's a fair ball down the right field corner. Ryan O'Hearn for extra bases. He will slide into second, the ball off line. A 2-out double for O'Hearn. He's not ready to give up on this inning.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
That's how an all-star hits. All right, Gary. You got a lot of making up to do for your defense with that bat. I know you've been hitting a lot lately, but you got to keep on doing it, buddy. First pitch is low for ball one to Sanchez. The Kraken.
Release the Kraken.
Since the 1st of June, the Orioles are hitting .295 with runners in scoring position, which is third best in the majors. How about that? Hit hard on the ground, but foul by Sanchez. The count 1-1. Makes you wonder how we didn't have a better record in the month with that stat, but that probably points to our pitching problems. It also points to the fact that we kind of have one big inning a game, it seems, and then we go quiet. So yeah, maybe we're doing well with runners in scoring position, but it's all in one big chunk, and then the rest of the time we're not even getting into scoring position. We got a 1-2 count on Sanchez. O'Hearn is on at second base after a 2-out double. Next pitch. Line drive in on the hands of Sanchez. He turned on it but wasn't able to keep it fair. He's been hitting a lot of liners down the left field line lately, and he almost did it again. Still a ball and 2 strikes. 60th pitch of the night for Eovaldi. Taken in the dirt, 2-2. Against Eovaldi, hitters are only batting .159 with runners in scoring position. That's the sign of a pitcher that knows how to get out of jams. 2-2 pitch. Lifted in the air, left field. It's not going to have enough on it, though. A high fly ball about 15, probably 20 feet in front of the left field track for the final out of the inning. Orioles get a 2-out double, and that's it. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Rangers lead it 3-0. Eh, boy. Well, I'm going to get heating up some of this coffee for round 2, folks. I'll be right back. Don't you go dying on me.
This being Baltimore and all.
This is Jack Burton in the Pork Chop Express, and I'm talking to whoever's listening out there.
We're on a mission from God.
This is Great Iced Tea.
All right, bottom of the fourth inning. Osuna will lead off, and Sugano with a pitch in the dirt. A pitch in the dirt for ball one. Pitch count for Sugano is okay. What was that? Something just fell down. Here's a ground ball. A diving attempt by Henderson, but it'll get into left center field for a leadoff single. It's just a lot of hard hit balls off Sugano tonight. Nobody seems fooled out there for the Rangers. Jonah Heim up now. And that's off the plate for ball one. One 0 the count on Heim. And the next pitch is, that had the zone, but up and in with the catcher not really set up to make it look like a good strike. Should have been a strike, but it's ball two. There's a swing and a miss. Yeah, Chilo, I'm just going to reserve my feelings about something you're saying there for a little bit later, in the hopes that our offense can figure it out. Line drive, base hit in the right field. First and third for Osuna. Laureano with another ridiculous throw, but unfortunately it was ill-advised because now the trail runner, Heim, gets all the way to second. It should be first and third. Laureano shows off the cannon, but not in the right moment. Boy, this is hard to watch. Second and third, nobody out. Infield is in. Jake Berger at the plate. And pitch in on the hands, fouled back. I feel bad for season ticket holders right now, folks. Oh, 1 pitch is called a strike. Just caught the outside corner at the knees. Surprised nobody's gone out to talk to Sugano at this point. Swing and a miss. And that's a strikeout. Wow. Jake Berger, what the hell were you looking for, buddy? We had the right guy up in the right spot to get a first out here as Berger goes after a pitch head high and strikes out. Literally swinging at a ball, like, you know, he has to like go like this to try to hit it. Swing and a miss on a curveball from Sugano to McKinney. Billy McKinney walked his first time up. I believe he was on base for that 3-run homer. Yes, he was. One down, runners at second and third. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. A splitter low and outside. Got a chase from McKinney. Sugano gets the sign. Does a little wobble with his legs, and here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Okay. Well, I didn't have that on my bingo card. Second and third, nobody out, and Sugano gets back-to-back punch-outs and gives us a chance to get out of this mess. Come on, buddy.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Number 9 hitter Duran up. The best guy you would want up, considering the numbers, to get out of this jam. He fouls the first pitch away. Hopefully, if Sugano can get out of this jam, it'll give the rest of the team a little bit of inspiration. Oh, boy. So much for that. It's a base hit in the center field. It'll score both runners. And it's a 5-0 ball game. Duran, who was hitting 143 before that. Why, oh why, can we not get out an opposing team's number 9 batter that can't hit a shit? All right, I broke the rule. Curse if you want. Go ahead. Five nothing Rangers. Still no mound visit for Sugano. We don't even care. Is the interpreter busy? Smith up for the third time here in the fourth. Already a couple of hits. 1-0 pitch to him is a curveball for a strike on the outside corner. Bunt attempt on a 1-1 count, up 5-0 with 2 down. What are you doing? What are you doing bunting there? It's 5-0. There's 2 down, a runner at first. You're not Ichiro. What are you doing? Are you trying to show us up, you little punk? This ball's fouled away. I mean, go ahead. If you want to do it, do it. But BW ain't in the mood. Everything is crappy. Isn't it like a big Disney song? Everything is crappy. Here is a chopper to first. O'Hearn will take it to the bag in the inning. But the Rangers do more damage. 3 in the third and 2 more here in the second inning. Sugano nearly got out of the jam after giving up a couple of base runners, second and third, nobody out. He struck out the next 2 guys and then faced the number 9 batting, 130-something average, Ezekiel Duran, and gives up the 2-run base hit to break our backs a little bit more. I feel like Batman when Bane breaks his back. Yes, Batman. It's time to test your will. What will break first? The brain or the body? Yes, Batman. I'm not quite sure why I talk like this. This isn't your typical villainary voice. I find it a little bit annoying, to be honest. Not my favorite Batman movie. The Batman. Yes. Sorry. Lego movie for Everything is Awesome. Yeah. All right, Disney, Lego, whatever the hell. You know, a kid's movie. I don't keep up with this stuff, folks. I don't go watch a movie because it's based off a toy unless it's the board game Clue. Then I'll go. Then again, if you give me any movie with Madeline Kahn in the cast, and I'm going. Where is the modern-day Madeline Kahn? We need her. Here's Colton Cowser, folks. So you've seen it 50 times, Queen Tanya? So we can have a nice back and forth about Clue for the rest of this game, the next hour and a half. That would be fun. 1-1 the count on Cowser. By the way, Eovaldi, like I was saying, might be on a bit of a limited pitch count, and he's on 63 pitches, and they've already got somebody up in the pen for him. Ground ball by Cowser off to the right. Foul. It's 1-2. Yes, it's true. I hated her so much that flames on the side of my face, breathing, breathless, heaving breath. Yes. The best improv line of the movie. And one of the best improv lines ever. What a delivery. God, I miss her. 2-2 pitch to Cowser on the ground to first. Smith will flip it to Eovaldi, covering the bag. One out here for the Orioles. We've got 2 hits. And only 1 since the first pitch of the ball game. Well, I had to stop her from screaming. I will not be made a fool of. You don't need any help from me, sir. Yes, there is, or yes, there isn't. Yes. And monkey brains, while a popular delicacy in Southeast Asia, is not often found in Washington, D.C. Sorry, folks. It might be like this for the rest of the night. I'm going to look up, and the only person left in chat is Queen Tanya. Here's a foul ball by Ramon Arias. He's got an 0-2 count.
I have a brother.
Is there a ladies' room around here you can point me into the direction of? Oui, madame. No. I just want to powder my nose. Thanks. Eovaldi's on 70 pitches. The 1-2 to Arias. That's lined in a right, but right at Garcia, who makes the catch. 2 down. Communism was just a red herring. Oh, am I not on screen? Oh, I'm on screen. What are you talking about? I go off screen for 10 seconds. What do you think? I'm like... Sorry, I don't have it. Ground ball by Mullins, backhanded by Duran, throws off balance in time. Nice play by Duran, and we can't buy a hit. Five innings from Eovaldi. He qualifies for the win, and he's probably done. They've got somebody ready for the next inning for Texas. If I was the Orioles GM, what moves would I make? Jaden? Do you mind if I answer that question on like an hour-long podcast? Because there's no short answer for that, my friend. Without giving you any specifics, which is probably what you want, I would make a lot of changes. And I would focus on some things a little more and other things a little less compared to the focus that the current management seems to have on how to build a team that can win. I would do a few things different, but again, folks, I'm just a dude. I'm sure if I were thrown into the fire, it wouldn't take long for me to find out just how naive and stupid I am when it comes to doing a job like being a general manager of a baseball team. Again, I've always said, put me in as like a bench coach, put me in the dugout, let me help the manager. I'm about in-game strategy, what to do in the ball game. When it comes to roster decisions and drafting and all that stuff, scouting, I don't know how to scout. I can't sit here and pretend like I know which pitcher to go after and target in this upcoming draft. I would just be making a guess based on nothing, you know? So, yeah. Long story short. Hey, Janet's here. Hey, Janet. Your name's come up tonight already. I forgot why. Would it have something to do with, I don't know. Probably not. Corey Seager at the plate. It's the bottom of the fifth. Sugano and Seager drills it to center field. Mullins going back and looks at it go to the batter's eye. Another home run from Sugano. Get him out of the goddamn game! Great pitcher. He gave us a dozen decent starts. Now he can't get anybody out, man. This guy is just not fooling anybody. 108 off the bat. 6-zip. We still haven't gone out there for one visit. Is Drew French? What has he got? Has he got like a Charlie horse? He can't walk? Hello? Either pull him or at least go out there and talk to him, for God's sakes. I guess we will have to talk about what I talked on Discord about tonight. And by the way, the earmuff 8th inning is in effect starting now. Go ahead. I don't care. This team is pissing me off right now. And when I say team, I'm not necessarily talking about our players out there. They're trying to perform. They're not trying to suck. But it's some of the decision-making and leadership that has got your boy a little bit pissed off. Because we all knew that with this final couple of weeks before the All-Star break, we had to go on a run to make this a season worth fighting for. And these last couple of games, I see no sign of a team from a front office perspective that has any interest in seeing this team try and, get back into this. It feels like they're just hell-bent on selling players off, I guess. I don't know. But I'm not happy. One out for Adolis Garcia. And a curveball low to him. 1-0. Another home run ball. Maybe. It will just stay in the yard. Cowser catches it up against the wall in deep left center field. Nearly another home run. I'm just going to say, in terms of Sugano and his effectiveness, that was another home run. We just got lucky. And yet we're still waiting for, like, a catcher to go out there? Somebody? Talk to him? Osuna takes low, ball one. I mean, this is like watching William Wallace just laid out on the table, getting drawn and quartered, or whatever the hell it is. Like, how do you just sit there and just let Sugano just get lit up like this without even a visit? Come on. There's a strike. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Hey, you know what? That's something else I want from whoever our next permanent manager is going to be. I want a permanent manager that doesn't mind going out to have a chat. That he actually gets off his ass when necessary to go talk to the pitcher or have a conference with the infield, not just to go out to change pitchers. Remember when guys would do that? Sometimes you need to do that. Line drive, base hit in the left field. Another hit off Sugano. Another hard liner. Corbin Martin, who just got called up, has not pitched in the big since 2022 with the Diamondbacks, is in the Oriole bullpen. Here's a pitch in the dirt, blocked nicely by Stallings. Folks, it just goes to show you, being a catcher is one of those positions that just, it's like an offensive guard or whatever. You don't really get much credit unless the only time you really, do something to make people go, hey, is when you do something wrong. When you're doing the job right, it's kind of like you're just seeing somebody, But Stallings, yeah, he knows how to block a pitch in the dirt. It's nice to see. 1-1 the count on Jonah Heim. That one's crushed. If it's fair, it's off the top of the wall. That nearly was a home run as well. The only reason this one didn't get out was because it wasn't hit high enough. It hit on a line off the top of the wall down the right field line. Anybody want to talk to Sugano? Anybody noticing that he's getting his ass handed to him? Hello? So we're punting back-to-back games? Is that what you mean to tell me? Sugano's night is over. Elias has to go. First thing. That's all I want at this point. What are we talking about? October 1st? October 2nd? Get him the hell out of here. We got to cut this disease off at the source. We don't have to rebuild this roster. We just have to rebuild a philosophy and an approach and a way of developing players, a way of scouting, a way of strength and conditioning work, all that stuff. The players, for the most part, I think we've got some good ones here. I don't think we need to, clean house in that regard. Yeah, some guys make sense to move on now with the trade deadline and contracts running out. I get all that. But otherwise, you don't need to break up this team and start from scratch. But, man, front office-wise, just clean house, man. I am done watching somebody take a team 101 wins, 96 on average, 2 back-to-back seasons. Spend the offseason not addressing the most glaring need on the team. And again, folks, if you hadn't heard me talk about it, it's not Corbin Burns. It wasn't about not re-signing Corbin Burns. It was about not being able to trade or at least go get a guy better than, what we went out and got. Corbin Martin, 29 games with the Tides, has a 5.29 ERA. Here's a swing and a miss by Jake Berger, who's up for the third time. He's flown out and struck out. So one guy, Sugano's been able to retire easily, and we take him out just in time for his at-bat. Pitch fouled away. Runners off on the Are you for real? They got Jonah Heim in motion, up 6-0. Man, they got their foots on our neck right now. Yeah, 5.29 at Norfolk. First and third, 2 out for the Rangers. They've added another run on. Swing and a miss. The runner was off on that pitch, but that's a strikeout of Berger to end the inning. Corey Seager with a 420-something foot bomb to dead center field makes the score 6-0 Rangers as we now go to the 6th inning. So last night, okay, let me just go to Rock Kabatko's Twitter feed here so I can see when the Sanchez update was given. So last night, folks, if you remember, Gary Sanchez was lifted for a pinch hitter in the top of the 9th. Final trip up to the plate. He did not hit for himself. Jacob Stallings did. And you're asking yourself, well, why? Well, apparently, Sanchez had injured a finger, which means that he was out there catching with an injured finger. And we already know how bad he is behind the plate. And we had already seen the last time that he had caught when Gregory Soto was pitching. And yet we let that matchup, that partnership go out there again. And now by the time we got to the bottom of the 8th and the Rangers put it out of reach, it was out of reach, right? But the point is that we basically just set ourselves up to lose that game yesterday. I still can't figure out how Charlie Morton can have some amount of tendinitis where 3 days ago you go, okay, 2 days of rest should take care of that tendinitis. I've never heard of a case of tendinitis that mild where you can just say, oh, well, pitch in 2 days after your scheduled start and you'll be fine. To me, either you have no tendinitis or you need a couple of days just to evaluate where you're at with that. Not just say, hey, you're penciled in 2 days later. Like, what is that? I don't know what that is. But that meant you had Brandon Young going up against DeGrom. So that's already a tough matchup. Then you bring in Matt Bowman. And he gives up 2 runs in the first inning of relief. He doesn't have it. It's clear. And then you bring him out for another inning. Clearly to try to eat innings, but at the expense of basically punting the game. And we know it's the reason because they went ahead and DFA'd Bowman the very next day. So they used his arm to eat some innings when they knew after 1 inning he didn't have it. So it just got worse. It's just really maddening. It's maddening. Jacob Webb is on the pitch. It feels like Webb is pitching against us in every game. He's already gotten the first out. He's retired Stallings. And Jackson Holliday is up now. First pitch swinging, ground ball, backhanded by Duran at second over to first in time. Holliday out on 1 pitch. Stallings, by the way, fouled out to third to make that first out of the inning. 2 hits for the Orioles. Starter out of the game for the Rangers. Laureano first pitch swinging, fouls one off. Are we in a hurry to get on the plane? Swing and a miss. Webb's thrown 5 pitches. He's gotten 2 outs and an 0-2 count on Laureano. What are we doing? Wow, Laureano on an 0-2 pitch still gets himself a hit. Opposite field single for Laureano. 3rd hit of the night for Baltimore. 2nd hit since the first pitch of the ballgame. O'Hearn and Holliday have the other 2 hits. O'Hearn's was a double. Swing and a miss. Gunnar, first pitch swinging. As he has struck out both times tonight. Off the plate. I'll say this about Holliday. He has not been first pitch swinging as much in the past, I don't know, week and a half, but tonight he's done it twice. But he did get a hit out of one of those. Check, swing, appeal, and Gunnar went around. The count is a ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first, 2 down for Baltimore. Looking for the first run of this game. Down 6. Swing and a miss. Webb strikes out Gunnar. Gunnar is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. I'll put it to you this way. I need a day off, so at least that's coming. Folks, I'm so God. I have to kind of figure out a way to address the channel. Hey, Charm City chat, please hit the like button if you haven't already. And, think about becoming a member if you haven't already. And throw out a super chat if you're in the mood, although I don't know why you would be. But we're trying to get to 100 likes. We're in the 80s. I wish I was in the 80s again. Mainly 83. Boy. Oh, I forgot to add that water. Okay, I'll be right back. This game brought to you by begging strips, folks. Begging strips.
Bacon! Bacon! Where's the bacon? I smell bacon! 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 Gotta be bacon! Only one thing smells like bacon! That's bacon! 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 There! From that bag! What's it say? I can't read! Please! Please! Give me what's in the bag! Chewy, yummy, smoky bacon!
There you go.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. No, 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 no. It's bacon!
No, it's Bacon Strips, brand dog snack from Purina. Bacon Strips. Dogs don't know it's not bacon.
It's bacon!
Well, the dog seems rather convinced. I think we're going to have the same kind of arguments over AI over the next few years. It's AI! No! It's another new program. Dogs don't know it's not AI. Here's McKinney. He's got an 0-1 count. Martin on the mound. Swung on and fouled off to the right, 0-2. I need to grab a clip from The Color Purple when what's-her-face shows up to meet Whoopi Goldberg for the first time, and she says, "You show is ugly." Because a game like this, I think a button like that would really come in handy. I'll get to work on it. One-two pitch is upstairs to McKinney. 2-2. Foul back. Still 2-2. Folks, you got any topics, any pop culture topics you want to shoot the breeze about? Now would be a good time. I need, I'll do my best to call the game and keep you in the loop here, but I don't want to be 100% invested in this game right now, if you know what I mean. 2-2 pitch, fouled again. We'll do it again. Favorite type of milk? How many types are there? I mean, if we're talking about standard milk you get out of the cold section of the grocery store, I guess I'm a 2%er. I'm a 2%er? I don't know. What's my favorite chocolate milk mix brand? Hershey's syrup. I like to make the chocolate milk with the Hershey's syrup, not that quick powder. Get out of here. Here's a ground ball to second. Holiday has it over to first. One away. Hey, look, folks, we're making quick outs when we talk about milk. Oh, Silk is like, yeah, soy. I don't like soy milk. I don't dig on soy. I'm sorry. I tried. I wanted to. I'm like, oh, you got a healthier option? Sure. And then when I spit it out, I said, that's enough of that. I want it straight out of the udder. I want it straight out of the udder. Who does the voice for the bacon strips commercial? I have no idea. Do you know? I don't know. I've never seen Clue, and it's on Pluto, so I'm going to check. Yeah, George. I mean, look, don't let me overhype it for you. You know, it's just kind of a fun, kind of a, you know, it's fun. It's fun. Not every joke lands. Not every joke lands, but it's fun. And if you grew up like I did, it was like on all the time. And it was one of those movies where you just couldn't turn it off if you liked it. 1 and 2 the count on Ezekiel Duran. That is high. 2 and 2. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 6th. Milk is gross. Erica. Of course I've seen Dog Day Afternoon. This ball's hit in the relatively deep right center, but Mullins has room to make the catch. Duran flies out for the 2nd out. Lineup flips over here. 4th time through for the Rangers. Josh Smith is 2 for 3. Yeah, you can't just ask favorite movie. You got to narrow it down. Give me a genre. Give me a decade. Give me an actor or director. Give me something. Just favorite movie. There's just too many factors. Too many factors. Here is Smith taking low for ball 2. 2-0 on Smith. 2 down, nobody on. Both good movies, Steph. I have to pick one. I'd go Dog Day. I just kind of like... I like movies that kind of take place in one location and kind of just play out, you know? Like a Reservoir Dogs for the most part. Breakfast Club. I don't know. I could probably think of more, but when you got a good movie and a tight script and it all takes place in one spot and everything, I mean, it's almost like a play. That one's crushed in the right and down for a base hit. 2-out single for Smith. He's now got 3 hits tonight. Sandlot is a great movie. Pretty in Pink, for 80s movies, not really my jam. I found Ducky to be a really annoying character. And Andrew McCarthy was a bit of a schmuck as well. So I'm not big on Pretty in Pink. I like Dennis Hopper in the movie as the dad. 16 Candles is a laugh riot, although it's got several jokes in there that would never be allowed today. Two down with a runner at first. Corey Seager's up, and he fouls one back. Seager's 1 for 3 with that big home run earlier in the ball game. Favorite candy? I love Reese's. I do. Reese's Pieces is my jam. I remember I'd go to a movie theater, and if they sold those in those larger bags, like half-pound bags, I would pound that entire bag in a sitting. I was so bad. Those Reese's Pieces. I'm like E.T. Butterfinger is a little too dry for me. You know, it's when you bite into them, they got a nice flavor, but then you start chewing them, and it's just like... I don't know. I like the fun size Butterfinger. Give me a fun size, I'm good. But like a full bar, too much. Mounds. It's all right. Why not go with Almond Joy? It's like Mounds with almonds. Hey, the inning is over. We're losing. There's the update. How's my play calling skills? Oh, Alex Bloom is the voice of the... what is Alex Bloom a name I should know? What else is he known for? I'll feel really bad if it's something I should know. But I'm happy to learn. What did Alex Bloom do? Nobody better lay a finger on my butterfinger. I can't take much more of this game. I'm done. Trying again Friday. Good night. Only Queen, Charles? You're only going to say good night to Queen, not everybody else. Not me. All right, Charles, I see how it is. All right. You don't have to, you can leave my my party and not say goodbye to the host. It's fine. I won't take it personal. JC is still smiling. Everybody. All right. That's better. Yeah, I think after this game tonight, barring a miracle, it feels like I got to go through some sort of rite of passage. It feels like it's time to cut off the beard and start fresh for Friday. Dane Dunning is on the pitch, and Ryan O'Hearn at the plate takes Lowen in for ball one. So, no special luckies, and you might be getting one last look at a big, thick beard, at least for a while. It won't take long to grow back. It'll at least be halfway back within a month. Lowen in on O'Hearn. 2-1 the count. Turning and burning his way to the All-Star game this year, folks.
Fight's on. Let's turn and burn.
Tanya, the ladies out here like a clean face too. But that's part of my defense mechanism. I can't deal with the ladies out here right now. I'm too poor. So I grow a giant beard and then I don't have to worry about it. Oh, now you guys are just you are openly objectifying me. There's more to me than just my drop-dead handsome looks, okay? I've got more to me. Here's Gary Sanchez. They call that a strike? Come on now. That is off the... Can't you... And I love it. All right, if you insist. This pitch is inside. Sanchez is 0 for 2. This ball's lifted to left, but playable for the center fielder. And that is the second out here in the 7th inning. I mean, you want to talk about no pulse. I'm staring at a cadaver out there.
What was that? It was bad. It had nothing, no fire, no energy, no nothing.
So it's not the best option, but it just is what it is.
Colton Cowser at the plate, folks. We've got a disease on the team, but it ain't mad cow. 2-0 on Cowser. How about you break up the shutout with a home run? Give us something, buddy. That one's lined in the right. Get up. It'll get down for extra bases. Cowser. Hurry up, hurry up. He's in. Luckily, the throw off line. And there you go. What's my favorite kind of milk? He's on second base right now.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
Hey, Kobe. Hey, Kobe, man. This is my Chris Tucker impression from Fifth Element. Hey, Kobe. Kobe, man. We got to go, man. No, man. Kobe, I got to go. Kobe, man. Man, Kobe, this is not safe, Kobe. I don't like this. Kobe, man. I love the Fifth Element, but listening to Chris Tucker talk like that for like 40 minutes straight just about made my brain implode like scanners. Ramon Arias is up. Cows are at second with 2 down. Arias is 0 for 2.
I have a brother.
Inside. I have to keep tilting my head to look at the pitch count because it's just out of my view in the very bottom left-hand corner of this Rangers broadcast. Fouled away. 2-2 the count. Off the plate outside. Full count on Arias. Ah, boy. What was the thing that check swing foul at the plate by Arias? Still full count. What was the thing Mia Jovovich character kept saying at the at the travel desk? Was it multipass? Multipass. Multipass. Yeah, that soundbite is Tucker from Fifth Element. That's Tucker talking to Bruce Willis when he's like, "Hey, man, you're live on my show. Why don't you tell us how you feel?" And Corbin Dallas is like, I'm all right. I'm okay. And then they lower the cameras, and Chris Tucker says,
What was that? It was bad. It had nothing, no fire, no energy, no nothing. You know I have a show to run here, you know? And it must pop. So tomorrow from 5 to 7, will you please act like you have more than a 2-word vocabulary? It must be green, okay? Okay?
That's the whole clip. I just cut it off after the first part. Hey, Coben, man. Coben, 7th inning stretch, man. 7th inning stretch. Cakes on the griddle, man. Folks, 7th inning stretch in a ball game that we've got absolutely nothing to feel all that good about. At least so far. But that's not going to stop traditions around here. Time to throw some cakes on the griddle. You get a short one today.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
We're still trying to get to 100 likes, folks, and we're pretty deep into the ball game. Bad game. Nobody's sticking around to watch. Numbers are down across the board. So again, folks, when things are going good, for me, it's like I get that extra adrenaline rush with a big crowd and perhaps a little bit of financial assistance. And then you call games like this, where everybody leaves, everybody's depressed, and BW makes about $4 off of ad revenue. But hey, maybe Friday will be better. All right, bottom of the 7th. Marcus Semien coming up. Yay. 7 likes away from 100, folks. Please tap that thumbs up if you haven't already. Yenier Cano's on the pitch, and the first pitch he throws is hit out to left, right at Colton Cowser, and Simeon is retired, 1 away. Cano is back up from Norfolk. He's got a 4.73 ERA up here. I don't know what he did while he was down there. Hopefully looked good. Adolis Garcia takes ball 1. Pitch inside. Count even up. No, count is 2-0. Sorry. Oh, 2-hour mark. Thank you, Janet. I was kind of hoping this game would finish within 2 hours, but there's a strike. 2-1. Let me get through this batter, and then I'll do the refresh. Foul ball. Two-two pitch. Top of the zone. Borderline. We don't get the call. Full count. Hutchins, every 2 hours I have to plug myself into the wall to refresh my AI batteries. I'm not a human. Did you not know this? Payoff pitch. Hit in the air to right. Long run for Laureano. Very long run, and he makes the catch as he crosses over the right field foul line. 2 down. Oh, I better refresh. Hold on, folks. I'm plugging myself back in. And we have a 1-0 count now on Antonio Osuna, Alejandro Osuna, who is 2 for 3 already tonight. That one is low and gets away. 2-0. Arlington, Texas, Hutchins. Basically, they play where the Dallas Cowboys play, between Dallas and Fort Worth. Two and one the count on Osuna. Tapped foul, 2-2. Have we gotten one subscriber tonight? Have we gotten one? Honestly, it's going to be really depressing if we're still sitting on 2950 after averaging like 15 a game the last few games. Maybe this... Okay, we've gotten 2. Thank you for the 2 subscribers tonight, folks. And we have suddenly gotten back into, will we get to 3,000 by the All-Star break mode? I tell you what, man. Baltimore, if nothing else, you got to play better so that BW can continue to try and make a career out of this. Here is ball 4. Osuna walks. Osuna with a 2-out walk to bring up Jonah Heim. We had over 3,000 views on each of the last 2 games. We had 4,600 views on a game against Tampa in the previous series. We broke over 200 likes and have hit as many as 190 in a Tampa game, 177 in this series. That was probably game 1. And here we are tonight, 2 subs. And, yeah. There goes the runner. Are you kidding me? Why are you running on us? Why are you running on us? Do we have beef with the Rangers that I don't know about? Why are you running on us, man? I lost my temper already on my own Discord. That's where I vented. I don't really feel like going through all that. I kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, but this pitch is popped up, should end the inning. Gunner going out, and Cowser will call him off and make the catch from shallow left field. Inning over. The Rangers add a stolen base to pad their stats, I guess. Still 6-0. Yeah, folks, I don't mean to, by the way, I don't mean to, and by the way, I guess this other version of the sub count screen doesn't update live. What if I hit refresh on the app? Will it update to 2952? No. So this might be another one of those that only updates every 10th number. Like, come on. Folks. Least views received this season, probably just over 1,000. I'll still get 1,000 views on the worst game, but honestly, last season, once the channel got up and going after just a few weeks, by the time we were in June, we were averaging 4,000 every night. Every night. On a good night, 5,000 plus. On a bad night, 2,500, 3,000. Now, basically, those numbers cut in half because of how this season is going. And maybe also a little bit to do with, the whole, what do you call it? I forgot the word. I have to say this word almost every day these days. The way they YouTube the algorithm. Good grief. I hate that word. I hate the word algorithm. I think I used it 3 times up until the age of 46, and now I say it about 5 times a day. Said Mullins takes a called strike. Dane Dunning still on the mound. He's probably on to close it out. He came on in the 7th, and he's been a starter in the past, so he's got the stamina, much like who was that lefty last night that started against us in the previous series, came out and got the final 3 innings for a 3-inning save. We're looking at virtually the same thing going on here, I think, with Dane Dunning. 2-1 the count on Mullins. Make it 3-1. Yep, Braves coming up next on Friday. I love how people have to explain to me that I'm funny. That's ball 4. Okay. Mullins draws a leadoff walk. Folks, if you're going to come back from down big, leadoff walks are usually how things start. It's still very improbable, but not impossible, and that is the best way to get things started. Let's go. Come on. Jacob Stallings, first pitch swinging, is going to make an out to left. Just a lazy fly ball to left, 1 away on 1 pitch. Stallings is 0 for 3. Back to the top of the order for Holiday. Royal Pita dropping it like it's hot. Holiday 1 for 3. That hit came in the first pitch of the ball game. A single up the middle. Wow. Not only did he take a first pitch, he took a pretty hittable first pitch for ball 1. Outside 2-0. Or excuse me, 1-1. 1-1. The Rangers would be 2 games back of the final wildcard spot if they hang on tonight. There's a whole lot of teams that can say that they're in it, despite the fact that they're playing only right at or even a little below 500 right now, which is why we just wanted to get there. Holiday with a ground ball to second. They go to the bag for 1. Relay throw, not nearly in time. It'll be a fielder's choice for Jackson. So Holiday at first base with 2 down for Laureano. I do not sleep in mosquito netting. I don't think I could. If I had to, I guess it would have to be like, it can't just be like over my head. It would have to be one of those things like covering the entire bed. I can't have a thing over my head all night. Ramon Laureano is 1 for 3. And he's got a 2-0 count. Paso Robles. Hey, Tanya, do you live anywhere near where Bohemian Grove is? Where all the rich people have all their sacrifices and stuff? I've always wanted to go. Here's a ball hit hard into center field and deep by Laureano, but Osuna will track it down on the edge of the warning track to the deepest part of the yard. That's another inning over and done with. We've got one more trip to the plate. Bottom of the 8th coming up, 6-0 Texas. All right. Did we get to 100 yet? Did that work? 99. 1 like, folks. 1. This team's got 99 problems, but BW ain't one. And I got 99 likes, and I need one more. I need a soda. Nobody needs soda. If I'm going to drink caffeine, I'm going to drink it like a man. Black coffee. That's right, coursing through my veins. Hey, we got to 100. Thank you, guys.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Even on a night where nothing's going on, 100 likes. From the BirdWatcher community. Thank you so much, folks. It shows that you care. I hope it's cheaper than 1 Starbucks coffee. If it's a venti, that might be cheaper. A going away end of game celebration for the Beard. Well, we got Kittredge on the mound, and you know, folks, Kittredge probably looks more like me than any other player on the team, especially if you've seen the AI baseball card made by Chilo in my Discord. Kind of looks like Kittredge. So with Kittredge on the bump and that nice thick beard of his, yeah, I guess there's not enough room for the two of us. I'm going to go and chop this off. Here's a ground ball to Gunnar. He double clutches, but throws out Jake Berger, who is 0 for the night. Blue Jays over the Yankees. Wow, so that is now a virtual tie for first place, isn't it? Weren't they one game back? And Tampa is in the mix as well. Yes, there's a Starbucks. Doug, if there's like Wi-Fi somewhere in the world, there's a Starbucks. That's pretty much where there aren't. That's the only way you're not going to run into a Starbucks. You need to go somewhere out of range of any telecommunications. You might find an area without a Starbucks. Here's a pop-up to center field by McKinney. Mullins makes the catch. 2 down. How will I call myself Orioles beard watcher without a... Well, I never did. I could rebrand. Hey, wait a minute. I've had this on top chat the whole time instead of live chat, which means I've probably missed lots of comments. Folks, you know at the top of your comment panel there, it says live chat or top chat. You want it on live. And I always make a point to switch it at the beginning of the game, but I only just now noticed. Ground ball foul by Ezekiel Duran. 2 down, bases empty in the bottom of the 8th. All right, someone has got to help me out with this. Who is Hutchins talking about here? Because I watched Nickelodeon in the 80s as a kid growing up. The day we got cable, I was glued into Nickelodeon probably until about the age of 13. And that's when I started watching shows like Twin Peaks. Here's a swing and a miss. Kittredge gets a strikeout to win the inning. We go to the 9th. We're down half a dozen. Oh, weird is what it's all about, folks. Man, the early days of cable, 80s cable, I miss it so much. Like MTV in the 80s. And all these other channels, like the production value was so low. Everything was so like just thrown together. Nothing was polished. Nothing felt so corporate. It just felt like the wild, wild west. A lot like YouTube was in the early years, you know? And yeah, I miss those days. These little low-budget shows competing with the network shows on broadcast TV. There's a lot of wacky stuff back then. Harvey the camera guy from Nickelodeon. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Let's see. Nickelodeon. What is it? Studios, camera guy, and then what's his name? Harvey Beaks. Harvey Beaks? Is that it? No. That's an animated series. I need an image. I have no idea who the hell you're talking about. I'm coming up empty. We're in the 9th inning. Gunnar Henderson with Dane Dunning on the mound still, and Gunner's trying to shoot the gap in right center, and he will. It'll bounce up over the wall into the bullpen for a ground rule double. That was 104 off the bat from Gunner. All right, 5 more swings like that, and we got a ball game. 5 more swings like that, and we have a ball game. Harvey from Double Dare. Okay, that might help. Wait, I remember Mark Summers, the host. Are you talking about like the guy that would like help the kids up during the obstacle course, like whenever they would face plant? Just like some assistant. What a random, super specific reference. So I look like whoever that guy is, and you want me to find this guy? Okay, Double Dare Harvey did pop up. Are you kidding me? He looks like he's 90 years old. You jerk. He looks more like Jim Henson. What? First of all, the guy is 100 pounds soaking wet. I'm easily twice his weight. This is the worst comparison I've ever received. Ground ball to second base by O'Hearn, over to first in time for the first out. Gunner goes up to third base. Oh, you're still getting your unbiased news, JC. The news is we're about to lose. There's your unbiased news. Flush soundbite? I forgot I had it. Yes, that's right. And that will wrap up the series here in Arlington. Sanchez fouls one back. He's 0 for 3. Yeah, my favorite Double Dare obstacle course what do you call it? Whatever. Station is the one where it's like this giant nose, and you have to stick your hand up the nostrils to like find the flag, and like it's just a bunch of like green slime, Nickelodeon typical. Basically, you're picking a giant nose to find the flag. I always enjoyed that. Here's a foul ball back. 2-2 on Sanchez. We've got a runner at third, 1 out. Can we at least not get shut out, please? I will take a meaningless run to avoid a shutout. And a foul tip, swing and a miss. Sanchez strikes out. Baltimore is down to their final out. In a game with about as many positive highlights as the Hindenburg crash, Colton Cowser is up to bat and takes low for ball 1. Cowser did have a double his last time up. Off the plate, 2-0. Folks, we'll be back on Thursday night in Atlanta. Or Friday night, sorry. We're off tomorrow. Friday night in Atlanta. Details are scrolling below me on your screen right now. Called strike. 2 and 1 on Gunner. So Charlie Morton. Oh, I got to fix this because Schwellenbach has just gone on the disabled list. So the Braves are going to have somebody else on the mound. We will have Morton. He has been announced. 2-2, Cowser with a swing and a miss. The Orioles are down to their final strike. Even a leadoff double from Gunnar is in danger of going nowhere. Pitch. Line behind the plate foul. The Hidden Temple Show. Is that like the thing with the wall, the stone wall thing that like was like a face that would talk? I think that came out right when I was kind of giving up on Nickelodeon. I was getting into my rebellious teenage years. Now, my Nickelodeon was all about you can't do that on television. A sketch comedy show for children, acted by children, and seemingly written by children. I loved that show. Pitch fouled away by Cowser. We have one strike to go. Oh, I need no help finding my Twin Peaks, Patrick, but I appreciate it. Yeah, by the time you get to like 90, 91, that's when I was no longer really watching Nickelodeon. Hey, Katron. Yep, you got here just in time. We're about 10 seconds away from this game ending with us getting shut out. It's going to take a base hit from Cowser to at least get a run here. Pitch is in the dirt. Full count on Cowser. He ain't 90. I said he looks 90, and that's all I meant. Popped up by Cowser, and this will end the ball game. Left field, and there you go. There's your response, folks. After the Orioles seemingly punted last night, Brandon Young called up to start against Jacob deGrom. We go to Matt Bowman, and we let him go out there and get hit around. And next thing you know, we're down big. We leave Gary Sanchez in a ball game to catch when apparently his finger was too hurt to swing a bat. And we sat and watched as wild pitch after wild pitch allowed base runners to move up for Texas. We watched stolen bases run rampant on us this entire series. It's been ugly. It's another series where we win the opener and then drop the next two. And I'm not happy about it. We were all talking a few days ago about what kind of run we needed to get on in order to get to the All-Star break with a realistic chance at salvaging this season. And we've now lost 2 of the 3 or 4 games we can afford to lose. So now we're looking at basically really going on a crazy streak, or else you just have to say this isn't our season, folks. Because you got to start making decisions. You can't let some of these guys let their contracts expire and walk without getting something back in a season that otherwise come October 1st is over, you know. It's a tough pill to swallow. But, yeah, these last 2 nights have really been depressing. Really depressing. Thanks for sharing it with me. I wish we had something better to talk about right now, but we don't. We really don't. Ryan O'Hearn is an all-star. There you go. There's your happy news. Ryan O'Hearn is an all-star and starting. They better not bat him 9th. I'll be pissed. Don't make him hit lower than 5th, all right? Yeah, I know, Dan. Look, I'm just trying to be realistic, man. I think like Andy Dufresne says in Shawshank, hope is a good thing. There's nothing wrong with having hope as long as you're able to handle the emotions that go along with it, folks, because if you've still got hope, then nights like this is why you're hurting and other fans who have given up already are just shrugging, going, yeah, I know they lost. They suck. That's the difference. They gave up. You didn't. Because you still have some level of hope. Yeah. We just signed who? We picked up Pedro Severino. Okay, I remember him. Wasn't he on the O's back in the day? We had Severino before, right? Pedro Severino, catcher. We've added another catcher to the organization. Pedro Severino. Pretty sure he was an Oriole, like 3-4 years ago, right before I started to follow the team closely again. Yeah, he's been on the Nats, the O's, and the Brewers. Played for Baltimore in the 3 seasons, 2019, 2020, 2021. And I basically started to pick things up in 2022. So, yeah, he was a catcher during some of those really crappy years in there, right? Yes, sir, he was. Well, he's back as a depth. And honestly, like Pigtown Sports was saying on his Twitter feed earlier, we need to carry 3 catchers at this point. We need to carry 3 catchers. Sanchez should not be behind the plate anymore. If we're going to get anything out of him, it's going to be as a DH only, which means you're going to need a 3rd catcher in order to have a backup so we don't have another situation like we did in this series where the backup or the guy behind the plate gets hurt and now Sanchez has to make us give up the DH spot to the pitcher. So that's what I would like to see. I mean, Dylan Carlson honestly could get optioned back down. We put Carlson in AAA to call up Rivera. Rivera barely got a sniff, like maybe 2 at-bats. And I think the team was like, all right, it doesn't look like Rivera really has a way to help us. Let's just bring Carlson back. Well, if you can't figure out between Carlson and Rivera who to, have on this roster right now, how about neither? How about a 3rd catcher by the name of Pedro Severino? All right? Call him up. Let's have a real backup. Let's make sure that Sanchez is never behind the plate again. Maverick Hanley, Dan, I guess we should get an update in about 2 to 3 days because that will be the end of the initial timetable. And it's a concussion spot, so it's a 10-day DL, I think. I haven't gotten any updates. Usually you don't with concussions. Usually you have to wait until the protocol goes through and then they do some evaluating and then they make a determination. But yeah, best case scenario, probably back for the homestand next week or available. I hope. I really hope. I really like Maverick Hanley behind the plate. I do. I like him. He can't hit worth a damn, but I'd like again, if we're going to carry 3 catchers, let's do that. I'm not going to go over the box score or anything else, folks. Just you know it without having to look at it. Sugano is again. It's hard to watch because you can see why Sugano was an effective pitcher in Japan for a good long career. He's going to be a Hall of Famer over there. But I got a feeling that maybe being in a 5-man rotation is starting to take its toll on this guy. I mean, his pitches just aren't hitting corners. Everything is getting crushed early in counts, too, by the way. Like, clearly the Rangers had a scouting report on Sugano. Look for this pitch and look for it first pitch, because that's how a lot of these balls got hit hard against us tonight. Yeah, just a lot of fat pitches from Sugano in recent starts, and he just doesn't have the kind of stuff to be throwing pitches, you know, just right out over the heart of the plate like he has been. He still has, I think, well, unless you count Trevor Rogers, but he's only made 3 starts. But in terms of guys that have basically been in the rotation year for the season, he still has the lowest ERA of the bunch, but definitely not the most dependable arm currently to go to. Right now, I would say Rogers, Kramer, Morton, and then you look at Sugano, and then you got Brandon Young. I mean, this is just such a patchwork pitching staff. Absolute patchwork. It's barely a rotation. It's barely like by definition a rotation. So the Friday night matchup, let me see if the Braves have announced a new starter. I'll make the change there in the scrolling text below. They have not. It is open for tomorrow night. They might go with a bullpen by committee. They might call somebody up. But for now, it's going to be Charlie Morton against TBD, which is a lot shorter of a name than Schwellenbach. There we go. This game will begin at 7:15 p.m., which means I'll be on the air right at the top of the hour. 7 o'clock on Friday, folks. Look, it is getting down to, I mean, look at these. Yeah, just look at this. We're really only treading water. Folks, you remember that 6-game win streak? Let's look at what we've done since then. After winning 6 in a row, we lost 3 out of 4. Then we won 4 out of 5. Then we lost 2 out of 3. Then we split the next 4. Lost 2 out of 3. Won 3 out of 4. And then lost the next 2. So after winning 6 in a row, that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 losses, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're 12 and 15 since that 6-game win streak. That's 27 games. That's a sample size. So it looks like maybe that nice run, or not only 6 in a row, but we had 3 in a row not long before, so it was 9 out of 11 we won. It's looking more and more like that was a blip on this season and not looking more like a bug and not a feature, I guess. 37 and 20 and 49 now, back to 12 games under. It's just depressing. Sorry, folks. Yep, enjoy my day off. I will. I got a couple of other things to do. I'm going to check out another place to possibly get my next visa. Not really happy with the people that I paid to do the job last time around. So I'm going to have to I got to do some research, make some phone calls. I might wind up not getting my hair cut as much as I talked about it, because I might just, I don't know. We'll see. But, just if you're waiting on the dimples, just hang in there, I guess. That's going to do it, folks. Let me see if somebody's on to send you to. Lately, there hasn't been. And tonight, there isn't. So that's it. BW's done. One more check on the live sub count. Did I really only get 2 tonight? Just dos equis? Yes, 2. 2. Ouch. Folks, this hurt. This one hurt tonight in many ways. I will see you on Friday night, folks. Enjoy the day off tomorrow. I think we could all use a mental health day with this team right now, the way things are going. But look, I tell you this, no matter how this team is going, my job is 2 things. 1, to give you the play-by-play and the information you need to help follow a game if you don't have a way to watch it on your own, or if you just like watching along with. That's job 1. Job 2 is, no matter what's going on with the team, especially if they are playing bad, I got to figure out a way to make this thing fun for us, and that will be my job. We got another 77 games to go or something. I'm going to make sure we're going to have fun, all right? Don't you go giving up on me. Come on back Friday night. BW, if for nothing else, you got to check in on the beard status, right? At least I left that as a cliffhanger. So look at me. I'm learning how to draw audiences in with gimmicks and cliffhangers and stuff. Come on back Friday night, 7 o'clock sharp. I'll be here. Until then, this has been the Birdwatcher, and I will chirp at you later. Go get some sleep, folks. Sleep it off, and I'll see you on Friday.